first of all, what do you know about your opponent, about Marcin?
Marcin, is grappling. That was the main thing that stuck out to me. My coach actually knew who he was right away. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. That's his area. And he knows, in Europe, how many, we won a lot of, medals championships. That's what stuck out right away. And then looking into it a little bit more, M1 champ, that's no joke. That's to be an M1 champ and defending it. You have to respect that instantly right off the bat.
Okay, so will you pretend not to go to the ground for the 100%?
No, because the ground's where I like to be too. So we got, you got to be careful. You can't be lazy in any grappling scenarios on the mat, because he'll capitalize with submission that maybe something that I haven't seen before or have seen a lot of in the practice room. So takedowns, not gonna be afraid of afraid of taking him down, because a lot of times if you take him down, you can end up in a good position. I'm not gonna risk not ending up on a good position just because I don't want to get caught in submission. That's if that were the case, there'd be a lot of fighters doing a lot of stuff they wouldn't want to do, or they want to do but wouldn't do them. So just being very cautious of what he's doing while we're on the mat. So that's kind of the game plan we have.
Okay. You like to fight in the clinch using your dirty boxing. Actually, Marcin won a few fights using the counter for the dirty boxing. For example, he cut Damian Grabowski for his leg, put it on the ground and submits him. Will you change this kind of fighting because of that?
No, that just kind of goes back to it's tough to change it. That's something that's my wrestler. I know that I've been doing that for 25 years. It's kind of tough to turn it off like that. But definitely inside the clinch, I gotta be more up in my volume of strikes. I'm kind of labeled as a grinder, wear a person down, where I got to be able to grind, wear a person down, and be a little more aware of throwing more strikes. So that's something that I got to do. There's nothing I can really do to change, to change the way he fights. He's gonna fight like he does, and I can be in charge of what I do. So. Yeah.
He's debuting in the UFC, but for the other hand, you are after your lose, so it's probably it's a big pressure on him, but on the other hand, a big pressure on you because the second lose may deal with out of contract. So, do you think on which of you is a bigger pressure?
Well, I never really thought of I definitely thought about that aspect of it, but I throw it back in the mind. That's stuff that isn't going to help you win the fight. There's no set. But you're absolutely right. He's a debut. He's a highly touted signing, that's for sure. But going 1-2 and losing to a debut, no matter who it is, it's not going to be good for when your contract negotiations come around. That's for sure. So it's definitely a kind of a win or go home fight. I could go ahead and say that. So just gotta, but in saying that, I can't go out there and fight scared, because you're not gonna win going out there being nervous, trying to fight not to lose, not trying to fight to win. So I still gotta go out there and do exactly what I need to do, whether I'm fighting, if I was fighting Ben or if I'm fighting a new signee. So.
Marcin was joking before in some interviews that you have a huge mustache and it's probably gonna be a big weapon of you. This is the reason why you now have a beard, to confuse him?
Maybe, I don't know. I was just had the beard. I don't know if I'll shave it yet. We'll see if I break out the mustache or not yet. But that's actually the first time I heard that. It's just. You got to find a niche, and apparently this is it.
You are probably 20 pounds bigger than Marcin. Do you think that this is gonna be your biggest advantage in the fighting, in the clinch, on the ground?
Perhaps, maybe not so much ground game. Ground.
We are not going to the ground.
Yeah, no. With ground, being weighing, the only difference with like weight comes into it's like like 50 pounds on either way. That's kind of only it's just a matter of having pressure when it's on the ground. Gets the cage, yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't seem that way for the first few minutes. Maybe the first round, but eventually that weight will wear. I've had it happen to me many times. I got a training partner who's 300 pounds. Like it's by round 3, it gets tiring trying to move that much weight and that pressure. So maybe I won't go ahead and say it's an advantage, but I'm not gonna say it's a disadvantage either.
So what you should expect at the Sunday night for you both?
Well, I think when I talked about it earlier, I think we both kind of don't want to get into maybe so much of a grappling match. I don't know what he said, but I think we both kind of want to throw punches, and that's the excitement. We're entertainers, and I think we're going to try to entertain. So hopefully maybe he's got the same plan. Maybe we'll go out there and have a mutual. You stand here, I stand here, and we'll hit each other till one of us fall.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. No, thanks.